Untalking today, unpopular opinion. I'm your host, Uncle KG, and this is Untalk, where the opinion may be unpopular, but the conversation is necessary. I want to thank you for joining me today. So, today, this Untalk, we're going to do something a little different. This one, we're just going to talk about ways to grieve the loss of a loved one. As you all know, if you were looking for my episode this past Thursday, it was my father's birthday. It was my father's birthday, and those that know me personally know that he passed away going on 11 years ago. And I just decided to just, take that day off and just to reflect, reminisce, and try to think about the great memories, right? So, grieving the loss of anybody can be extremely tough, right? I mean, the people that you love, that you care about, that you hold dear to your heart, that can be extremely tough. And today, I just want to tell you a little bit about my journey, about how I grieved the loss of my father. So, my father is Keenan Gibbons Sr. He passed away back in 2012. My father, he was my best friend. He was my best friend. We talked, if not every day, every other day. Uh, he wasn't a perfect man. He was definitely a flawed man, but he was an honest man. And the older he got, in life, the more mature and the wiser he got. And he instilled a lot in me. So when I lost my father, it was hard. It was extremely tough. He had me when he was 23 years old. I lost him when I was 23 years old. And it was devastating, to say the least. Uh, on that journey of grieving the loss of my father, my emotions was completely a roller coaster, a straight roller coaster. I had my highs and I had my lows, and my lows felt like I was like beneath the earth. To be honest with you, um, I reflect many times on how he lived his life, right? The things that he did right, the things in my mind that he might have did wrong, and the things that we never got a chance to do. So losing him at 23, he never got to see me flourish in my career as a firefighter. He never got a chance to be my wife. He never got a chance to meet any of his grandchildren. So when I would hit different milestones in my life, my father would come back in mind. I would feel it all over again because these are things that we talked about. So going on my emotional roller coaster of my highs and my lows, it was several different things that I dealt with and several different emotions that I felt. At times I felt angry. At times I felt sad, extremely sad. At times, you know, I reflected on the great memories and was thankful that I had them for as long as I did. So this episode, I'm just giving you a little bit insight to my personal life, and hopefully this can help you or anybody that you know that may be going through something similar of losing somebody as dear to their heart like my father was to mine. So with this emotional roller coaster, you gotta basically accept the emotions that you're feeling. You have to understand that it's okay to feel these emotions. You're gonna have feelings of anger, sadness, it could be guilt. It's gonna be a lot of, well, I wish it was this way, I wish it was that way. One thing that we have to understand as people is that destiny, things are gonna go the way that they are intended to. And I always battle with the fact that, my father was only 46 when he passed away. And for a while I was upset with God. Why did you take my dad from me? Me being so young, him being so young, and that was my best friend. I could talk to him about any and everything. He created a safe place for me to vent and express my feelings and emotions. And he also provided so much game and wisdom about this thing we call life, right? He was my confidant. And I had a revelation one day that God took my father from me when he did because my father gave me all that he had. He gave me everything that he could while he was here, enough to continue to move on after he was no longer here. It took me a while to realize that. I was angry, I was upset, I was hurt. But as life started to progress for me, I started to realize that he prepared me for life long after he was gone. It's going on 11 years that my father has been removed from this earth, right? November 3rd, this year would be 11 years. And I'm still living off principles and life lessons and advice that he gave me years ago in my teenage years and my adult years that I had with him. He prepared me for certain things that I'm going through now. I just didn't realize it at the time. Right? So, I just want to encourage you today to just find a way to make peace with that person no longer being here physically. Another thing that I also want to touch on is that, not only do you want to try to find peace, not only do you want to allow yourself free range to feel and accept these emotions, right? But the best way to grieve the loss of anybody is to keep living. It's to keep living. That's what they would want you to do. Is keep living. Make them proud. That person that you love so much, that person that you cared about so much, that person that you held dear to your heart, they will want you to keep living. So if you're grieving the loss of a loved one, a parent, a family member, a friend, or whoever it is, keep living, man. You gotta keep living. Keep living. That's the best way to make them proud. Since my father has passed away, I have a career now. I have a beautiful wife and kids. I have a beautiful life. These are all things I wish he was here in the physical form to see. But I know I'm still making him proud. I know he's still with me spiritually. And I also find peace in that as well. Now, don't get me wrong, there's going to be good days and bad days. I might hear a song on the radio. I might stumble across an old photo. Something might pop up in your Facebook memories. You might just reflect on a conversation that you and this loved one had, and it may hit a little different. But that's okay. It's all right. I guarantee you, if you keep living, and I don't mean existing, living and existing are two different things. It's okay to be down. It's okay to be, depressed, if you will. It's okay to be, just grieving. It's okay to be in that place. But the important thing is to not to stay there. That person won't want you to stay there. If you've gone through so many other things in your life, so many other things that you survived, and I don't even know you personally, but if you're watching this video, I'm sure at some point in time you endured some tough times. You endured some tough times and you got through them. This won't be any different. Will you ever get over the loss of a loved one? No. Somebody that's near and dear to your heart that you love, you would never get over it, but you would get through it. And you just got to take that day by day. So give yourself some grace. Be encouraged. Reflect on the great memories. Reflect on all the great times that you had. Sometimes I think about a conversation me and my dad had, and I literally laugh. So I just want to encourage you today. I wanted to do something a little bit different with this untalking and be fully transparent and allow you to see more of me and who I am. So be encouraged today. You might not get over it, but you'll get through it. Just keep living. That's all I got for y'all, man. Untalking today, unpopular opinion. Well, the opinion may be unpopular, but the conversation is necessary. I'm Uncle KG. Till next time. Peace.